What's up, everyone? It's Wild Prawn. I'm back with another deck profile. This time we should run up Salamangreat. And as a reminder, this is for Dueltainer format, which is a custom format. And if you want to know more about it, I'll leave a link to the website down in the description. And all that being said, let's get straight into it. Starting off with monsters, a Salamangreat Mole, which is essentially a jar of Abras for your Salamangreats. And when you control the monsters, you can target five. You can manage it to target five Cinnamon Great cards to show them to the deck and draw two. Cinnamon Great Raccoon, which gives some battle protection to one of your Cinnamon Great monsters by sending it from hand to the grave. Then you have Cinnamon Great Mirror, Cinnamon Great of Fire, which searches on its normal or special summon. Cinnamon Great Weasel, which is a tuner for the deck. Cinnamon Great Foxy, which can or a faceless spell trap opponent controls, or if you normal summon it, you can escalate top three cards of your deck and then add 1 cent Mangrate card that you excavated and then shuffle the other cards back to the deck. Then you have Sandman Great Spinny, which can boost up one of your Sandman Greats by 500 for a turn, and it can also summon itself from grave. Now you have Sandman Great Gazelle, which on its normal special summon, you can bullish 1 Sandman Great card, and also if a Sandman Great is sent to your grave, you can summon special summon from your hand. Then a Sandman Great Falco, which when sent to the grave can reset Sandman Great spell traps from your grave, or you can return one of these Sandman Great monsters back to the hand to special summon from grave. And though you can only use one of the effects each turn, your Sandman Great Foul, Salamangreat Tiger, which can lower modulate itself, and by sending a Salamangreat from your hand to the grave, you can special summon it. Then you have Salamangreat Beat Bison, Mathmech Diameter, Mathmech Sigma, Mathmech Circular, Mathmech Subtraction, Xenometeorus, and Dogoran the Mad Flame Kaiju. That's it for all monsters. Wait onto the spells. Yeah, Salamangreat Circle, which can search for any Salamangreat monster. Then we have Salamangreat Reoccurrence, which when it's destroyed while set by opponent, you can add a Salamangreat trap, or you can use it to target to your Salamangreats and your grave side and back to hand. They have Will Salamangreat, which lets you use your main face personal Salamangreat from hand or grave. Fury of Fire, which lets you summon two Salamangreats from your hand and or grave, but you can only summon from the extra deck one more time for the turn. Salamangreat Charge, which can pop up when one of your opponent's cards, but you have to control a fire your synchro that that's either has his attack increased or decreased, but also it can target your banish or one of your fired in the grave to shuffle two into the deck and summon the last one. Then you have Mathmech Equation, which lets you summon Mathmech back from grave with its attack increased by 1,000 for a turn. Silent Mining, which searches you a low for lower cybers. You send a card from hand to grave. Fire card by sending a card from your hand to grave. You target one of your fire monsters into grave to special summon it. And then you can also banish it to target your fire monsters that are grave and or banishment to show them back in the deck and draw one. Properties first and let's go Space Typhoon for spell trap removal. Then you have Upstart Goblin, Graceful Charity, and Power Greed for some draw power. For the spells, going on to the chat, Sandman Great Revival brings back one of your fire monsters from the grave. And yeah, Sandman Great Gift by sending discarding Sandman Great. You can pull a Sandman Great to then draw a card. Then you have Salamangreat Rage to by sending the immigrate from your hand face up field to the grave. You can destroy one of your opponent's cards. Magnetic Induction, which boosts up your side responses by 500. And if you have Magnetic on field, you can set it to grave to destroy one of their cards. Actually, Riddance Prison for some removal, or you can just mess with your opponent and steal a monster from the grave. Then you have Lost Wind, Dark Bride, Solemn Judgment, Draco's Open Aura for negates. The word shreds in the main deck. So now moving on to the extra deck, where we are playing 3 Salmon Great Burst Griffins. Then a Red Wyvern, Firewall Saber Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, Ice Meteor Burst Dragon, Lava Salamander, Gaia Blaze the Force of the Sun, Shield Mathematic Magma, Ram, the Magistus Divinity Dragon, Lava, I don't know, X Lord, Vermilion Dragon Mech, Ruddy Rose Dragon, and Super Harry Samurai, Brave Maserado. So that's it for a deck. Now, for the tiers, for A tiers, you're only using Grace on Pirate Breeze. And for Bs, it is Heart Beast Feather Duster, Solemn Judgment, Drake Utopian Aura, and Ice Giant Spirit. That's it for tiers. And then on, like always, real quick testing to like show you like what the deck can do, and like shows off some like the possible combos that you can do. And then uh, um since this is dosing format, it is customary to do a half cut and then top 5. And also I will note that you can go first if I know that I prefer going second just because you get the extra draw. And then also I I mm, actually not, also, but like that's what I'm pretty much going to be showing. Like showing how the deck works when going second. Gotta make sure it shovels up real good cut, because otherwise it could end up at break hand where it's just only just chat spells or just monsters. This should be good enough. I hope. I don't know. Just gotta do the half cut. The top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, for the starting hand, it consists of a Dark Pride, Solemn Judgment, Mystical Space Typhoon, Stamina Great Weasel, Upstart Goblin, and then draw, since it's still going second, Salmon Great Maul. Okay, not that great. Pretty much all you can do is Upstart Goblin to draw, Falco. That's not too bad. All you can really do is just kind of just stall here. That's all I can really say. I mean, yeah, pretty much you can just stall. I would say just start off with Falco, that, and then you set you're gonna see in Dark Pride and Psalm. So you have some negates, and you can mess with Bell Trap with it. I mean, you can start right on. Let's see, next draw. Graceful, Trigger It, Draco, Raccoon, and Induction. Okay, that's not bad. If you stop them all, you get rid of that. And if you still, and if you do survive and still have Falco, then I would suggest you get rid of Raccoon. Yeah, it's pretty kind of weird. Do kind of, yeah, they really can really get rid of. Or or you could just keep Raccoon and get rid of Induction. It's fine. Which honestly, that's what I think I want to do. And then, like I said, you stop Falco, you can sync these off. to go into, I would say, the Salamander, since it lets you draw two to then send two. So you got Thogran and Will. That's fine. Because now, honestly, get rid of Raccoon and Thogran's kind of be forced to. And you kind of just extend from there, kind of. So you use Will to then summon Weasel. And then you return Weasel to your hand to summon Falco. And since you have it normal summon technically, because Weasel can summon herself from hand, as long as you have at least two Salamangreats in grave, which were the Raccoon and Mole. You can normal summon it, and then go to another level 7, which should be the Gaia Blaze. Since when it's the monster battle, it can attack again. And then the battle phase, where each monster is destroyed, you can return that many fire monsters from grave back to your hand. So you can. So if you did destroy two, you can at least want to grab the Weasel back, and then you can grab Raccoon. Fine, because Falco can return stuff back in grave, and then you just set Draco. Wasn't really a great first turn, but I mean, you end up with a decent board if you do survive the turn. And and yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of it. See, what were the next rubber? Lost one more than Gates. I mean, yeah, you're pretty fine. We're like, we have you have two 2600s on board, and you can still keep it like trying to work your way up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.